Hi, welcome to the Art of Yoga with Cat Justice, and congratulations! You have made it to the end! You've saved the princess, or found the kitten, or whatever happens at the end of video games nowadays. I don't know. But this is the final week, or the final session in my Intro to Yoga series. So, well done, you! This last session, we're going to focus on the final limb of Ashtanga, of the 8 limbs of yoga. And this limb is pretty awesome. So the Sanskrit word is samadhi, which means this sense of blissful connection with the universe. It's an idea of joining, of combining, of connecting really on a deep fundamental level with the world around you. Another name is, some people equate it with the feeling of nirvana or a feeling of ecstasy. And it's just a profound, deep connection, which takes us back to what the definition of yoga is anyway, which is union, of connecting. So this is like the awesome, epic version of yoga, is samadhi. So to find our way there, let's start in seated. So you're going to come to whatever form of seated works for your body, whether it's in a chair, on a cushion, on the floor, any position where you can sit with a tall spine, and go ahead and close your eyes. With the eyes closed, just let your shoulders melt softly away from your ears. Make little adjustments so you can feel like you're balancing your heart over your hips, your head over your heart. And then from here, go ahead, take one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And as you breathe here, just noticing the movement of the breath happening in the belly, expanding on the inhale, softening on the exhale. With a hand under your heart, feeling that sense of warmth. And then from here, calling to mind an image, a thought, an idea, something that connects you to the world around you. Whether it's a feeling of devotion, whether it's connecting to someone that you love or that you care for, whether it's a thought of connecting to stewardship of the planet that we live on, of caring for the planet, whatever it is, just call to mind something that's bigger than you. You can keep the hands where they are, or you can let them float down to rest on your legs. And to sort of call out to that sense of samadhi, to that sense of deep connection, we're going to chant an Om together. So Om in Sanskrit is sort of a universal sound, again, of connection, of oneness. The sound of Om, it starts in the belly. It has 3 sounds. It has the Ah, which starts in the belly, the O, which comes more forward to the throat, and the the M at the end, which hums into the mouth. So feeling that movement from the belly to the throat to the mouth as we chant together. And you can join in the chanting, or you can just listen to it. It all works. Just calling to mind your dedication and chanting with me or listening. And slowly opening the eyes. And then from here, let's just start with some gentle wrist circles. So just circling through the wrists. Go ahead, switch direction. Maybe make gentle fists with your hands. Take those circles again, just going a little deeper. And switch direction. From there, relax the arms and let's take the shoulders through some circles. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Just nice, relaxed movement. Go ahead, switch direction. Inhaling back and up, exhale forward and down. And then from here, take the hands to the shoulders like little chicken wings. Inhale, circling up, just feeling that movement grow from shoulder blades to the ball and socket joint of the shoulders. Maybe even feeling the movement in through your collarbones. And then switch direction. Inhale and exhale. Comfortable movement. One more round. And release. And then from here, go ahead, take the right hand down, and the left arm is just going to lift up and over, just a gentle side bend. Let your right elbow bend so that you're not cranking your shoulder. Just opening through that left side. And then we're going to take that opening and we're just gently going to move into a twist. Maybe the arms just drop down at your sides for this first twist. Maybe you can bring the hand to the outside of the knee, but nothing is forced. You're just sitting tall. Just finding that first point of resistance for your twist and then breathing there. Soften through the shoulders. And gently unwind. We'll take the other side, left arm down, right arm up. Lifting, opening in through the right ribs, the right side. And then letting that come into the twist. Arms relax down, twisting. You can take the hand outside the leg if that feels good, but again, don't crank the body to get there. You can think about creating length and space on your inhales, soften on your exhales. And exhale to gently unwind. And then from here, let's come forward onto hands and knees. So you can move any bolsters or supports out of the way. And we'll come onto our hands and knees, spreading the fingers, getting that firm contact with the earth, and then moving through cat and cow. Inhaling to arch through the back, exhaling to round. Moving with the breath, soften the face, soften the throat. Let the movement feel good. And as we move through cat and cow, so we've been doing these a lot these past 8 sessions, so you can start to play with it. Maybe shifting the hips back slightly with the movement. Feels like it would get into that tight spot in between the shoulder blades. Maybe shifting the hips forward a little bit. Feels like it could get a little bit more mobility into the lower back. Maybe that's where you're tight. So you just can kind of play around, just gentle movement, kind of seeking out where your body needs cat and cow to be living today. Just keep the breath as your kind of leading, guiding force. And then from here, go ahead, come back to neutral. Take the hands slightly forward of your shoulders, tuck the toes, and we'll rise it on up to downward facing dog. From down dog, let your head relax. Feel free to keep your knees as bent as they need to be to keep the back long and flat to avoid the rounding. And then similar to what we were doing in cat and cow, you can just kind of play around in downward facing dog. So maybe you want to march the feet in place. Maybe you want to nod the head yes or shake the head no to get some tension out of the neck. Maybe you want to wag your tail side to side a little. Just gentle movements to help make down dog more comfortable. And then from there, inhale, come forward for plank pose. Reach through the heels, reach through the crown of the head, create length in the body, and feel the strength and the support come from your thighs and your belly. If you need one knee on the ground, that's always okay. And then exhale, knees, chest, and chin, gently lower. And we'll inhale for cobra pose. Point the toes, pull with the hands. The hands are right under the shoulders, and they pull back towards your hips. Create length, create opening, no strain in the neck. Shoulder blades pull down the back away from your ears. Make sure you can breathe. To lift up out of Cobra, option 1 is to come up onto the forearms and lift the hips from there. Option 2 is to try and lift the hips and the heart together. And we'll take it back to Child's Pose. Couple breaths. Let your body settle, let it soften. And then moving through that same sequence, tuck the toes, pull back through the hips, coming to downward facing dog. And inhale, come forward for plank. We'll just move on the breath now. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Slowly lower. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, child's pose. One full breath here. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale for plank. Always feel free to move faster or slower depending on your breath. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. One full breath here. And exhale, downward facing dog. Once more through. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. This time, exhale, right back to downward facing dog. From here in down dog, go ahead, walk your feet up to your hands. We're going to come into a forward fold at the top of the mat. Let the knees bend, let your body hang. Again, you can make little movements if that feels good in your body. Sway side to side, shake out the shoulders, shake out the head. Make sure you're breathing. From the forward fold, go ahead, sit back through the hips, nice deep bend in the knees, almost like a little squat. Push through the legs as you roll up. Make sure you're breathing. Only straightening the legs at the last moment as you inhale, circle the arms upwards. Exhale, hands back to the heart. And we're going to use that circling of the arms here to create sort of that deeper expression of connection. Ground through the feet, lift through the crown of the head, and on an inhale, circle the arms out like you're sort of gathering energy from the outer world, and exhale, draw it into your heart. Maybe you want to think of whatever you would like to receive right now from the world. Inhale, circle it up, find it, exhale, bring it back in. Once more, inhale, circle, and exhale, back in. And now we'll do the same thing, but reverse the energy and reverse the arms. So we're going to inhale, send out things that you would like to give to the world. Exhale, circling back around. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, circle. Once more, root through the feet. Inhale, reach. And exhale, gather it back in. From here, we're going to move through a modified Sun Salutation. So this is like a kind of a moving prayer or a moving way of honoring the earth and the world around us. So from here, let's start with the feet together. So let's come into that more traditional Tadasana, feet touching. On an inhale, circle the arms up. On an exhale, forward fold, sit back through the hips, knees can bend as you lower down. Inhale, left foot steps back into a lunge. On an exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin, gently lower. Inhale, find cobra pose. Shoulders away from the ears, create length. Exhale, lift from the hips, and take it back to down dog. Soften the head, knees can be bent in down dog. Inhale, lift your right heel to the sky. We call this half down dog. And then exhale, step the foot forward, as many steps as it takes to come back into that lunge. The heart reaches forward. And then exhale, feet together, forward fold. Inhale like a reverse swan dive. Reach the heart forward and then up. And then exhale right back down, other side. Inhale, step the right foot back for a lunge. Breathing here for just a breath. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, find plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Again, knees can be bent. Keep the back long. You can always substitute child's pose here too if your body needs a break. On an inhale, lift the left heel to the sky, half down dog. And exhale, step forward, find the lunge. Inhale, both feet together, a little lift of the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, rise it on up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Building on from there, inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left foot steps back. This time plant that back foot and we're going to rise it up for warrior one pose. Bend through the front knee until you can see the big toe. Ground through the four corners of the back foot. From here, exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. As they interlace, feel your heart open through the chest. If interlacing means that your heart is closed down, you can't get that opening, hands to the hips works great. And then you can reach the elbows back and open across the front. The whole point is to open. From here, maybe you want to stay just as you are, or maybe you want to play with humble warrior. Again, that's a nice way of making this more of a prayer kind of feeling, a moving prayer. Let your body drop down, your head can relax. You can either just rest onto that front thigh, or if it feels like it would be fun to step that right foot out about a footprint, you can soften down a little deeper. Not letting that right hip jut out though, keep pulling it back. The hands can stay against your lower back, or they can release if that feels fun. Either way, wherever you are, release the hands and step it back to down dog. Inhale, find plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. You can always skip these little movements by just taking a child's pose too. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Reconnect to the breath. Inhale, right heel lifts. Exhale, step forward, find that little lunge. Inhale, left foot hops up, find the length of the body. Exhale, fold, knees can be bent. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And exhale, right back down, other side. Inhale, right foot steps back. From the lunge, we're going to plant the back foot and find warrior one. Rise it up. Again, find the big toe of that front knee, or inside the front knee. And then exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. You can be extra detailed by switching the grip. Open the heart. Soften the face, the throat. Let the pose be sort of an expression of devotion. You can stay here, or you can take humble warrior, coming forward, just resting on the thigh, let the head drop down, or you can step the left foot out a footprint or two so that you can pull back through the left hip, let your body sink, your head hangs heavy if that's comfortable, the hands can stay against the back or they can release. Wherever you're at, take the hands to the earth and step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, find plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Move with your breath. Inhale, scoop up to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel lifts to the sky. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, right foot steps up to meet it. And exhale, fold. Knees can be bent. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And exhale, hands to the heart, root through the feet. Soften the shoulders. One last variation on a sun salutation. Inhale, circle through the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left foot steps back. This time from the lunge, plant the foot and we'll rise it up into warrior two. So now the feet are going to line up heel to arch. You're going to bend through the front knee, still see your big toe, but the hips are going to roll open. The hands float. From here, flip that right palm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale, extended side angle, elbow to thigh, top arm reaching. Let the shoulders be soft, let that bottom arm be relaxed. Let the power and strength of this pose come from your feet, soles of the feet, or the arches of the feet, lifting. And then exhale, slowly take the hands to the earth and step it back for down dog. And you can rest here or rest in child's pose or take this little mindful movement break. Inhale, find plank. Exhale, let your breath lead to take you down. Inhale, cobra, open through the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, left foot steps up to meet it. And exhale, fold. Knees can be bent. Inhale, reverse swan dive, long spine, rise it up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Last side, inhale, circle. And exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot steps back. And we're going to take it all the way up into warrior two. Heel to arch alignment. Open through the hips, soften the shoulders. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale, extended side angle, elbow to thigh, top arm reaching, breathing here. Let that bottom arm be light. Feel the strength of the legs, feel your heart spiral towards the sky. And then exhale, take the hands to the earth, step it back to down dog, maybe to child's pose. Inhale, find plank. Exhale, gently lower. Inhale, find cobra. And this time we'll exhale to child's pose. Just take a moment of stillness. Let the breath slow, let the body soften. All that movement that we just did, letting it sort of integrate, let it sink in. And then when you're ready, tuck the toes, come back up to down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, feet together, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, heart leads, float the arms on up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Soften through the shoulders. From here, close your eyes. Take a moment again of stillness. You can think of reconnecting to your inner world, your inner experience. Also reconnecting with maybe that sense of dedication or devotion. And then opening the eyes, go ahead, separate the feet hip distance apart. One more little arm circle. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, draw it back in. Let your body melt back down into a forward fold. And from here, making your way back to child's pose. Feel your breath moving into your back. Feel your body soften. Feel your heart rate slow. Child's pose is also known as prayer pose. You can again think of this as that sense of devotion with your yoga practice, the sense of connecting to something bigger than you. And as you're ready, inhale to come back up to seated. And if you want some support under your hips and seated, feel free to grab, a bolster or a folded blanket or some pillows. A yoga block works great. We're going to come to sit with the soles of the feet together. From here, if your knees are like right up to your shoulders, you probably need some support under your hips. So don't be shy, get some support. Otherwise, you can take hold either at your ankles or you can interlace your hands around your toes. We're going to lift up and come forward any amount. And that coming forward, it might only be in your mind, in your imagination. Doesn't really matter. What matters is that you keep your body long and open, that we're not collapsing and sinking into this pose. Shoulders away from the ears. Create length. Inhale, gently rise it up, and then same idea with open angle, Uttanishta Konasana. Nice long legs. If you need support under your hips or maybe bend your knees a little with this pose, both those are great options. You're going to pull your pinky toes back towards the outsides of your knees. Lift through the body. And again, doesn't matter how far forward you come, just don't collapse to get there. The hands just rest down the legs. Stay long in the body. You can think about sort of that one clean line of energy from the crown of the head to your pelvic floor. Inhale, gently rise it back up, and then we'll come to cross-legged. From here, in cross legs, sitting tall. Go ahead once again, just take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And just take that moment to tune back into samadhi, to that idea of connecting deeply with the world around you, with a spiritual practice if you have one, with your family, your loved ones, whatever it is for you. And then gently opening the eyes. From here, we're going to inhale, reach that left arm up really, really tall, let it open, and then on an exhale, bring the back of the hand to the outside of the knee as we gently twist to the right. So same twist we did at the start of class, but maybe with a little bit more freedom in the body at this point. Lifting tall, let the power to twist come from deep inside the body so that we're not cranking with the arms or the shoulders. Exhale, gently unwind, switch the cross of the legs. From here, right arm up, almost forgot. We're going to inhale, lift nice and tall, and exhale as you twist. Back of the hand to the outside of the knee, twisting to the left. Lifting tall, but letting go of tension in the shoulders and the hips, the jaw, the face. And exhale, gently unwind from there. And then from here, we're going to come down onto our backs. So you can go ahead and roll onto your back. If you like some support under your neck, feel free to take it. We're going to go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. Gently rock side to side. From here, go ahead and take the feet down to the ground. You're going to scoot your hips over to the right. One little scoot And then let your knees roll over to the left. Let your arms open out. You can have the knees stacked, or you can separate them if that feels better on your back and your hips. Either way, you can turn your head right, left, anywhere in between. Just let this twist be really melty. Let it be soft. Let it be easy. Feel free to close your eyes so you can sink deeper into that internal experience. And inhale, bring the legs back up. Scoot your hips first back to midline, and then over to the left, and let your knees roll to the right again. They can be apart, they can be stacked. You can turn your head however it wants to turn. Just make sure that both shoulders stay on the ground, that you're not cranking your shoulders up. Once again, feel free to close your eyes so that you can enter really deeply into the sensations of your body. The sensations of the breath. And slowly bring the legs back up. Scoot the hips back to midline. And then from here, I'm going to have to scoot up to make some room for this one. We're going to take Supta Bandha Konasana, reclining bound angle pose. So you bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees open wide apart. From here, you can just let your body rest like this, or you can take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Once again, tune in with your breath. You scared me, Lotus. I'm feeling the front of your body opening. This pose is uncomfortable on your lower back. You can always take just gentle fists and tuck them under your thighs or sit on your hands. That can help sometimes. And then from here, now go ahead, take the feet to touch, and you're going to step, or your knees to touch, and step your feet wide, and let your lower back melt into the floor. Feeling the back of the body opening. Slowing the breath down. And then as you're ready, you can stay there even, or you can transition to a traditional Shavasana, releasing the legs, let the arms come down at your sides. If you really like those legs up the chair poses that we practiced a couple sessions ago, feel free to prop your legs up on a chair or get some cushions under your knees to support your back. Whatever feels most restful, most relaxing for you. If it feels okay, let the palms of your hands face up so you get that nice openness through the heart, through the chest. Eyes are closed, let your body sink and melt into the earth. Feeling the breath just naturally slow down. Coming back to Samadhi. Back to all of those limbs of yoga, our full Ashtanga. Whatever connected most with you in this practice, whether it was the yamas, the niyamas, the asana, the pranayama, the meditation. Just coming back to those core principles and how they affect you. How they exist in your life. And if the 8 limbs are overwhelming, just come back to the first 2 yamas. You can't go wrong with ahimsa and satya, non-harming and truthfulness. You can always pause the video, stay here for longer. Whenever you're ready to start movement again, you can wiggle fingers and toes. Little circles for ankles, for wrists. Let those small movements grow. Just organically stretching and moving. As you're ready, hug the knees. Rock side to side. Let that rocking just gently rock you over to one side. From there, coming back up to seated. And feel free to get some support under your hips in seated. Feel free to come up into a chair. Just find your version of upright seated. Let the hands rest, palms up or down, whatever feels better in your body. And let's chant one more Om together. So you can close your eyes. Again, breathing in and out through the nose, we're going to feel that Om, that sense of connection. There's something kind of awesome about sort of this virtual yoga, of throwing yoga out on YouTube and having people from all around the world practice with you. It's this sense of connection, of being together even when we can't physically be together. So you can make the Om with me, you can make the sound, or you can just listen. Keeping the eyes closed, let your face soften, and on an inhale, float the hands up overhead, palms to touch above you. Exhale, bringing the thumbs to the forehead for peaceful thoughts, to the mouth for peaceful words, to the heart for peaceful action. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you so much for doing this Intro to Yoga whole series with me. It's been really fun to make these videos. I hope you've enjoyed them. I hope that you've learned a little about how to practice yoga in ways that are beyond just the poses on the mat, or maybe in a deeper way on your mat as we learn the full philosophy behind yoga. So thank you so much, and feel free to leave any questions you have in the comments. Enjoy my other videos, and have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Namaste.